Welcome to our presentation on Caesar's populism and the cult of personality. In this lesson, we'll explore how Julius Caesar gained power by appealing to the Roman people, how Shakespeare represents the populism in the play, and how it connects to broader questions about political leadership and persuasion. Populism is a political strategy that claims to represent the people against a corrupt elite. It's emotional, personal, and often anti-establishment. Populist leaders rely on mass appeal rather than institutional support, building loyalty through rhetoric, image, and dramatic gestures rather than policy debate or tradition. Caesar mastered populist tactics. He redistributed land, gave handouts to the poor, and threw elaborate public games. He passed laws not through the Senate but through popular assemblies. He also branded himself as a man of the people, even though he was from the aristocracy. These moves made him wildly popular with the plebeians, while alienating many senators. Shakespeare dramatizes this populism by showing how easily the Roman crowd shifts its loyalty. In Act I, the plebeians cheer for Caesar. In Act III, they cheer for Brutus. Minutes later, they are ready to riot for Antony. The murder of Cinna the poet, mistaken for a conspirator, shows how volatile and dangerous mass opinion can become. Caesar's popularity went beyond politics. It became personal. He had statues of himself erected among the gods. He wore purple, a royal color, and named the month of July after himself. He encouraged a level of devotion usually reserved for deities. This is what we call a cult of personality, when people follow a leader for who they are, not just what they do. Populism isn't always negative. It can give voice to the powerless and challenge unjust systems. But it can also be hijacked by demagogues, people who claim to speak for the people but use fear, division, and spectacle to gain control. These leaders manipulate the symbols of populism for personal gain, not public service. This question is at the heart of both Roman history and Shakespeare's play. Caesar introduced real reforms, but also centralized power around himself. His supporters saw him as a savior. His enemies feared he wanted to be king. Shakespeare invites us to explore the grey area between leadership and domination, between helping the people and using them. Caesar's rise helps us think about the power of personality in politics. How much should we trust a leader's image? What happens when crowds ignore systems and follow charisma? Shakespeare's play shows how public opinion can be stirred, manipulated, or turned to violence. These are questions that remain just as relevant today. Thanks for joining this presentation. Keep these ideas in mind as you read Julius Caesar and think about how public image, persuasion, and popular support shape both history and the present.